Hello, hello, super leaders. Good evening, everyone. How are we all feeling? I bet you're all super fine and excited and ready for an amazing, amazing training. I know this is going to be awesome. I'm sure we all have our minds ready. Even our hearts are open, but I hope our stomach are full because we're about to get some mind-blowing stuff tonight. And it's really, really awesome and amazing. And as you can see my attire, it is inspired by the Nigerians. So I didn't want to let our guest trainer today down. I made sure that I'm going according to the best way that you would want me to do it. So this is amazing. And I'm super pumped up as I see we have almost, as a matter of fact, slightly over 60 managers that are tuned in. And I know all these are very hungry managers. All these are managers that they want to make sure that they rock their business. They want to make sure that they achieve some amazing, amazing things. And I know, as always, there must be some non-managers who have sneaked into this meeting. And if you're a non-manager and you have sneaked into this meeting, don't worry, we are not going to kick you out. We'll believe in faith. We have faith that if you believe you deserve to be in this meeting, who knows, maybe the meeting is also for you. So we are all fine and all excited. And I do know we have amazing people from different parts of Africa. We have, I can see Kenya, I can see Uganda, I can see Zambia, I can see Malawi, I can see Tanzania, I can see Nigeria, I can see, if I've left out your country, forgive me. If I've left out your country, forgive me, but don't worry, the Ego Manager is not gonna leave you out. So before I even introduced our guest trainer, who is an amazing, amazing leader. She is awesome, guys. And I hope you're all fully ready to grab and absorb everything from her. We have already finished. Oh, I forgot my amazing brothers from Rwanda. Oh my God, Rwandan brothers. I'm so sorry. If you're from Rwanda, Butare, help me take a head count of all the managers from Rwanda who are in this meeting. I owe you one fab, each one of you. That's my self-punishment for forgetting mentioning Rwanda. All right, I hope I haven't forgotten any other country. So we've just finished 3 first months of Ego Manager. 3 months are gone. And 3 months being gone, it means we have already done the first quarter of Ego Manager. It's gone, it's done. You cannot do anything about it. You cannot pause. You cannot do anything to take back the time that is already gone. We are in August right now. We have just started the second quarter of Ego Manager. And in the world of business, we say whatever you do, if it's not working for 90 days, you need to sit down and probably take a closer look at what you do, because you might need to replan, you might need to re-strategize. And that's why I feel this meeting is super important. Maybe if we had this meeting the first month of Ego, one might say, okay, no, so I've put down some strategies, I'm working on them, and just give me time, they're gonna work out. Well, 3 months is enough to show you some results, or at least a glimpse of some results. And having this meeting today, I know it's gonna be a challenge to a lot of us. I know this meeting is also gonna inspire us. I know this meeting is gonna give us some concrete content in relation to Ego Manager. And we all know Ego Manager incentive is the most important incentive that Forever has put for us to make sure that we maximize on this opportunity, because that's what Forever wants. They want us to maximize on this opportunity. So without taking any more time, I know you're all like, okay, Enos, it's enough, it's enough. We're ready, we want to hear it. I really need you, before I even invite our amazing, amazing speaker today, our awesome trainer. She is an amazing woman, and I actually got an opportunity to meet her. I think the first time we really met and talked and had a chit chat here and there, it was not in Nigeria, it was not in Tanzania, it was not in South Africa, it was actually in Paris. We met in Paris. I was with my wife, she was with her husband in Paris, having fun there in Paris, taking photos, and then we met, we catch up a little bit. It was awesome, it was amazing. And since then, I follow up what she does. I know she just had her birthday yesterday. Yesterday. So happy birthday to you. But it's still moving on. Even today, we carry it forward. You know, some guys here are in the US. They're not yet on the same day. So she just had her birthday, and I can tell you one thing for a fact: she is an amazing lady. She is very beautiful, happily married, and I must say, strongly married. She's married to a military. Her husband, I saw the husband getting some higher ranks few weeks ago. I think she became one of the big guys in the military there. So guys, watch out. but above all, when it comes to the business, she has literally managed to smash each and everything that you can think about. She has managed to smash it, and not just once. She smashed it over and over and over again. So I want you to join me whenever I mention some of the things that she smashed. I want you to, okay, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna unmute everyone here. I'm gonna unmute you all. Okay, I've allowed everybody to unmute themselves. Okay, so let's do something crazy here.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
No, I've unmuted each and everyone here.
Welcome. We can't wait to hear from you.
When I mentioned something,
ready to learn.
That means we are still going on, and I still have my music playing somewhere in the background. I gotta take it out.
We're ready to absorb whatever.
We can't wait.
Swiftly, nicely. All right. Okay.
We are set.
Okay, let's get started. Anyway, so I'm gonna start. Are we ready, guys?
Yes.
We're ready.
Are we ready, guys?
Yes.
Yes, we are ready.
Yes, we are
Fantastic,
ready.
We are ready.
The guest speaker we're gonna have is from Nigeria. Where's the comma, guys? Fantastic. And she is married.
Comma.
He is happily married. He is an amazing business builder. She qualified for Global Rally. He qualified for Ego Manager. He qualified for Senior Ego Manager. He qualified for Senior Ego Manager the first time. Third time. Fourth time. Fifth time. Absolutely amazing. Ego Manager. So let me now, in a very special way, officially welcome our amazing trainer to take us through what she wanted to share with us. And one thing that I know for a fact is we are also ready to learn from you. We are also super excited, and our minds are open, our eyes are open, and everything is just ready to absorb each and everything. So my amazing leader, Ada, first of all, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for so much for agreeing to help us and making sure that you have more of your African brothers and sisters qualifying for Ego Manager. And I know on this meeting today, everybody here is super focused and super serious. And we want to make sure that we smash this Ego Manager. And I'm so sure that with the nuggets that you're going to share today, we are going to smash this Ego Manager. And I believe we are all ready. And if you are ready, Ada, the floor is yours, or rather the control is fully back to you. And thank you so much. We are fully ready.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
I hope it's evening where you are. I am so excited and humble too and delighted to be here. I don't know, can you hear me? Is my mic good? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So good evening, everyone. I want to thank you all for having me. I want to thank Mr. Enos for inviting me to take this training. I am truly and deeply humbled, right? Talking about Forever and training on our business is something that gives me joy, something that excites me. It's something that makes me happy because Forever has really changed my life, right? And some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you are the things that that the cultures I've imbibed over the years, right, to be able to achieve these things and then do the Eagle Manager incentive. So I'm very, very excited, and I'm very sure that we're going to have an amazing time this evening. Okay, so get ready. I won't take much of your time either, but we're going to learn so much. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me, and let's get started. Okay, so our topic for today's training is smashing Eagle, right? Now, Eagle Manager incentive is an incentive. Personally, I mean, a lot of people who know me can tell you that I call it my birthright. I say it's my best birthright with Forever. Why? Because I own the incentive more or less. It's what you say about yourself that becomes true, right? And then for me, this incentive is a very special incentive, and it has so many benefits because in pursuing this incentive, it opens doors for other things for you to achieve in the business. Okay, now let's look at my journey down the memory lane. Okay, my journey to Eagle. First and foremost, my background is accounting. I am a chartered accountant now, but I don't practice. I'm doing my Forever business only full time. But then I joined Forever Living on the 29th of November 2013. And I was 23 at the time when I joined the business. And I was just out of the university. And where I studied, the university I studied was very far from my home. It's about 8 hours far from where I grew up. So it was a strange environment. It was a new environment. It was somewhere I wasn't used to. In fact, the locals don't speak the same dialect that I speak. They speak Kanuri, they speak Hausa. I am Igbo, but I mean, some of them understand English, so that we communicate in English language. Okay, so when I finished my schooling, a friend of mine invited me to see the Forever opportunity. And like I told you, it was a new city. I didn't know anybody, basically. But what I told myself is that I can build this business and I can succeed in this business if I put my mind to it. Was I afraid? Yes, I was afraid. Was I skeptical? Yes, of course I was skeptical, but I didn't let that take the better part of me, right? And I always did something I've always believed in, even as a child, is if one person can do something, if one thing is achievable, someone has done it, it means another person can do it. And that other person can be me. That other person can be you, right? And that's my journey. And that's how I started building my Forever business consistently every day from that day onwards. In fact, from January 2014, I became extremely serious with my business. And around February 2015, that was when I became a manager in Forever. And then senior manager came afterwards in September 2015 as well. And that's when I started building an Eagle business, right? Because first of all, you have to be a manager first before you start thinking of doing Eagle, right? And then that's when I started building. That's 2015. After I became manager, I started pursuing my Eagle incentive. So, and that was what we did in 2016. I did in 2017, I did in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. That's 6 full years. And of course, 2022 loading. And it's been an amazing journey. And part of that journey, everything I have done, the principles I've imbibed, the culture I cultivated, that and everything I will be sharing in this training. So let's get excited. Let's get ready. Okay, now before I go further, I want to pay my condolences to our founder and our CEO, Rexma, who we just lost. And we pray that God rest his soul, and then he rests well and continues to watch over us from above. Okay, now, basically, what is Eagle Manager? When we talk about Eagle Manager, what is Eagle Manager to you? And to me, Eagle Manager is one of the most exquisite and prestigious recognition one can earn with Forever Living, right? I mean, you will see why I call it so. for several other reasons. Now, why did you have to achieve Eagle Manager? Why Eagle Manager? Personally, Eagle Manager is something that I told you earlier that really is an incentive I'm very passionate about. It's an incentive I own. Is an incentive I call mine. Why? Because it has helped me transform my life. And you will see how, right? And then this incentive is earned every year. It's a status that is earned by LBOs every year. Now, what does it mean? It means that if you're an Eagle Manager this year, does not necessarily mean it's not permanent. You have to consistently build it every year. You have to earn it every year, which is why you need to have the right structure in place. You need to have the right balance in place. Why? Because if you have a right structure in place, then renewing your Eagle Manager incentive, with the structure that you have in place, comes on its own. It's sort of automatic. It works automatically on its own, right? Now, why Eagle Manager? To people who have proved that they have the commitment, focus, and discipline necessary to build a stable business. So you see these three things. You need it to build your business, especially as a leader going for Eagle. You need commitment, you need focus, and you need discipline, right? Most importantly, discipline, because there will be so many days you don't feel like doing what you should do. There will be so many days that, it doesn't make sense to you anymore, but you need to learn how to discipline yourself to stay on task no matter what happens, right? And you must be committed and focused on the goal. Okay, if you tell yourself that your goal is to do Eagle Manager, this coming Eagle Manager, that's 2022 Eagle Manager, then you need to have absolute focus on that which you have set your mind to achieve. Now, Eagle Managers are people who help their downline FBOs reach their potentials through training and coaching. Now, this is one incentive that tests your ability to lead others, that tests your ability to coach others. Why? Because it's an incentive you may not be able to achieve on your own. Of course, our business is all about helping others. It's about working with people. It's about training and coaching others, right? And so it comes to play very well in this incentive. Now, Eagle Manager status is earned and renewed each year by meeting some basic requirements. So just like I said before, it is something you do every year. And for you to be able to achieve this every year, you must have a good structure in place and a good team culture to be able to achieve that. Now, Eagle Manager is a stepping stone to achieving Chairman's Bonus and Global Rally. And for me, that was the cap, because once you start going for Eagle Manager and you achieve it once, guess what's next for you? Getting your Chairman's Bonus or qualifying for Global Rally comes easier or comes better, I will say, right? So there's so many reasons why we must discipline ourselves to do what is necessary. We must discipline ourselves to carry out the required action, that will help us achieve this incentive. Now, what does it take? I know some of us may want to know what the qualification is about, especially for non-managers here. You need to understand what you need to make it as an Eagle Manager. Now, number one, you need to understand the qualifying period. An Eagle Manager starts on the 1st of May to the 30th of April every year, right? So just like our leader, Mr. Enos, has said, we have May, June, July gone, 3 months gone. So we have 9 months left in the Eagle qualification, which is starting from August to April of next year, right? So now we need to keep this in our minds as we go further in the training. Then secondly, you must attain or achieve your manager status, because it is Eagle Manager. It is not Eagle Supervisor or Eagle Assistant Supervisor or Eagle Preferred Customer. No, you must be a manager first. So if you're here and you're not yet a manager, don't be discouraged. Don't be scared. Yes, you can still achieve your manager and still attain Eagle. If you do the right things, you will, right? So this should be like a challenge to you to tell yourself, you know what, I want to make this happen. Now, you must be active, 4K credit active every month of the qualifying period, okay? And then you must be leadership bonus qualified, whether you're doing your 12cc, your 8cc, or your 4cc, which is your personal and non-manager case credit. Now, these are basic requirements for Eagle Manager. If you're going to be a leader, being active or leadership bonus qualified shouldn't be debated for you. This is the list. This is for me, I call them, it's my responsibility. For some of us who have worked in banks or worked with insurance. I don't know what it's like over there, but in Nigeria, if you're a marketer with a bank and then you have a basic target, you'll be asked to bring in millions and millions of naira into the bank. Most people don't meet that target, and because it's too much, it's outrageous. But in this business, guess what? It's just simple, basic things that work, that is expected of us to do, right? And this is it: being leadership qualified and being active monthly. Now we need to also understand that we need to build 2 new supervisor lines. Now, for you to be an Eagle manager, you need at least 2 new supervisor lines. Now, this is where most people or some people, miss it. Some people forget, some people delay in doing it, and at the end of the day, it becomes a challenge. Now, every requirement of Eagle manager, I want some of us listening now, it's better to write them down and paste them where you want to see it every day. If you really, really want to own it, right? You must write it down and paste it where you have to see it every day, so you don't leave any stones unturned at any given time. Okay, then we also have to do at least 720 case credits the entire year, which means that from May 1st to April 30th of every year, you should accumulate at least 720 case credits. And if you divide this by 12 calendar months, that's about an average of 60 case credits. And this 100 new CC, and from this 720, 100 must come from new team members, new business, the teams you were able to build, the new teams you were able to build during the qualification period. Okay, now we also have other requirements for both senior managers, sorry managers, sapphire managers, extra requirements. Why? Because the company expects you to go back and help your team achieve Eagle as well as displayed on our screen. Okay, now I'll touch on the benefits of the Eagle Manager Incentive, especially for all of us, because there's something that really works for me. When I know why I want to do something or what I stand to gain, I don't know if it happens to you, when the vision is clear, what I stand to gain and how it changes my life, when it's very clear, I find myself being more serious and being more disciplined to achieving it. Why? Because this is something that can make my life better. This is something I really want. And for me, one of the benefits of Eagle Manager program is the increase in income. Now, because as an Eagle manager, you end up doing more than an average manager. And once you do more than an average manager, you double your income, you increase your income compared to an ordinary manager, just a manager. As an Eagle, you have more income. Why? Because you are doing more, right? And then so you think about what an extra income can do for you, can do for your family, can do for your siblings, for your children, for your loved ones, right? Extra, something extra, in addition to what maybe the basics you've been getting before. Like I said, when I started, I was just out of the university. I was just out of school. I didn't have anything. I got a part-time job. Me, I think 30,000 naira monthly. This 30,000 naira, I don't know the dollar conversion, but trust me, it is nothing, right? The salary is not even enough to take me to work and come back every month, let alone feeding, clothing and rent and what have you, right? So when I found this opportunity and I really needed a change in lifestyle, right? And then secondly, I looked at my senior colleagues, who were accountants, who were chartered accountants, where they were working. Their life is not really something I admired, and I saw myself getting more from my forever business than, towing their line, right? And so that is why I put my head straight into it. And I told myself, if someone can do it, if these people can do it, I can do it, right? And when this income started coming, when the lifestyle started changing, I was able to live better. People were able to come to me and say, Ada, your life has changed. Things are going on well for you. And trust me, whether you like it or not, when you build your business and you have a good lifestyle, people are attracted to that lifestyle. People are attracted to, sometimes that's just all the presentation you need to make. That's all the presentation you need to make. I tell my team, you sometimes to invite someone to a presentation, you just let the person know, oh, this business took care of my house rent last year. And that's like, oh, what? What's that business that can pay your house rent, right? So you see, so that income, that extra income that you will have doing this incentive is something that can add more value to your life. Now you get to attend a 5-star all expense paid exotic vacation for the Eagle Managers Retreat. And for me, this was another deal breaker, traveling overseas, free of charge, right? And to do maybe the global rally or the chairman's bonus, let's look at global rally, it's about 1,500 case credit, but this is 720. So initially I saw this as the easier one to get before we pursue the bigger one, So, and this was a way for me to travel, to leave Nigeria, to go experience other cultures, to see things. And the thing about Forever is, especially when you go on an Eagle Managers Retreat, it's not like the regular global run. It's exotic. It's not for everybody. It's strictly for Eagle managers. And you'll be treated like a king or like a queen, like you'll be treated very well, right? Not for some of us, especially we back here in Nigeria, when we go on holidays abroad, we go to visit our families, we stay in their house, we do dishes, we're watching the water bill, we're watching electricity, you do a lot of things just to not to inconvenience your host. But here you're well taken care of, right? You receive advanced training to help you boost your business, right? You will receive trainings from the best. I've had trainings from the likes of Jane Leach, Rolf Keep, trained us one time, I think it was in Singapore or something. And you have Kim Maidsin, you have all these amazing leaders that are doing great business, train you and tell you what to do. Now you have recognition and celebration. And most of us, where we work, especially back here in Nigeria, nobody celebrates you for anything, right? Even if you even do a good job, your boss takes the credit, your boss takes the glory. So this is something that you find satisfaction in. You're congratulated, you're celebrated, and most importantly, it prepares you for profit sharing, where you can start earning the profit share from the company, and it helps build foundation for a sustainable business. And that's the amazing thing about the Eagle Manager Incentive. If you're able to achieve it with a structure, you have a stable business and a stable, and a stable network. So since the inception of Eagle Manager Retreat, you need to understand, when we talk about these exotic vacations, you need to understand the kind of places that this Eagle Manager Retreat holds and receive. So if it's somewhere you really want to visit in the future, and I'm sure you would love it. In 2013, it was to Sardinia in Italy. In 2014, it was to Lake Tahoe, California in the US. In 2015, it was to Cancun in Mexico. In 2016, it was Costa Navarino in Greece. And this 2016 was my first ever Eagle Manager Retreat. It was an amazing experience, right? I'll just show you just a few pictures. It was on an island there in Costa Navarino. And the resort was so beautiful and so breathtaking. Most of the rooms had swimming pools. Like each room, you have your own private swimming pool. Can you beat that? That means if you don't want to, you can just wake up in the morning in your room, just have a morning swim or morning whatever exercise or play in the morning sun then before you start your day. Now, these are the kind of luxuries that I'm not sure I would have enjoyed doing any other thing, right? And then we had to party here. We had the Greek toga party, I think, and I got the opportunity to meet the executives of the company. So you're close range with these people. You understand, they communicate the vision one-on-one. You speak with them. You see that the vision is about you. They have your interest at heart. They have our interest at heart, right? And then this was in 2017. This was the ship cruise, the Freedom of the Seas. It was a boat cruise from Barcelona to Monte Carlo to Rome and back to Barcelona. Now, when I went on this trip, right, and the one to Greece, I went with my immediate younger brother, and that was his first time abroad. So you can imagine him having that kind of experiences. So that's why I tell some people, even if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for people that are important to you. Do it for your loved ones. At least, I keep teasing my younger brother up to date. I keep telling him that, see, you're living Nigeria ever in life is because of me. So you need to be grateful to me. And then he keeps laughing. It's something we joke about, but it is true, right? Now, the next one we had was 2017. This was a ship cruise. It was a fantastic experience. Guys, we all need to be on this Eagle. We all need to be on this Eagle Manager Incentive. It is better experienced than told, right? And this was me, I think, when we're crossing the Mediterranean Sea in the ship, and an experience that I cannot buy with money. I'm sure that even if I had all the money in the world, I may not, go on this escapade, right? But because of Forever and because of the Eagle Manager Incentive, it was possible for me. And you can see me lying there, enjoying the fresh breeze with my mom. And this is my mom. And my mom was somebody who discouraged me from starting my forever business. She kept telling me it will not work. Those at the top are making money from these things and all of that. So, and I'm sure she wasn't discouraging me because she didn't want the best for me, but because she didn't want me to make mistakes. So, when you start getting down and start listening to people, you need to know that your life depends on you. You need to make your own decisions. And when you start enjoying the lifestyle that you desire, you will be the one to enjoy it. So I still don't understand why people take other people's opinion. Up to today, I still don't understand it. Why? Because, you have your life to live and you know what you want for yourself. What you want for yourself may not be what the other person wants for themselves. And look at my mom. She is one person that has enjoyed the forever incentive with me. I tell her she enjoys it more than me, right? And this was the 2017 Eagle Managers Retreat. This was in Phoenix, Arizona, where some members of my team, some of them here, we have this couple from another African country, I don't remember now. Yeah, there's some members of the team got to meet with Rex. So you see, when you do this incentive, before you know what's happening, you're able to coach one person, two persons, three persons, to qualify this incentive with you. And this was in 2019. This was in Thailand. Yeah, this was in Thailand, Pattaya in Thailand. And this is my husband. And this, after we got married, and he got to experience the vacation, and he was very excited. So we had two others, which was supposed to be the Bahamas cruise and the US this year, which was canceled due to COVID. And even when canceled, we were compensated handsomely in cash. So you see, the company is after us living better. The company is after us, having the exposure, having a better lifestyle. They didn't say, oh, because of COVID, we're not traveling, so nothing for you. No, they said, no, we're going to monetize your experience and we're going to give it to you. So who doesn't want to do this? Who doesn't want to achieve this, right? But most importantly is the person you'll become in the process. I had the opportunity of doing a similar training at the Eagle Managers Retreat in Greece, which was where I met my sweetheart, Blandina. I know she's on this call with me. I met her. She was also a co-trainer on this retreat, and it was an amazing experience. And that's another thing you get from these qualifications, because you get to meet other amazing people, right? And then this was also in the ship cruise, where I delivered another similar training. It was in the ship cruise in 2017 as well. So think of the person you will become in the process while pursuing this incentive. It's absolutely important. Okay, now let's look at the foundation for success. We're going into the main crux of the matter. So let's get ready, fasten our seatbelts. Okay, now 3 foundations for success. Now there are 3 things: your why, your belief, and your association. If you're able to lay this solid foundation, building this incentive, or building or working towards achieving this incentive will be better. I don't want to use the word easier, but indeed easier for you, because you have a deep-rooted foundation in yourself and in what you're doing. Right now, it starts with your why. I know we all hear this all the time, especially when we are leaders. People tell you what you have to visit your why, you need to know your why, you need to, but really, have you ever thought to ask yourself, why am I here? Why is this Eagle Manager incentive very important to me, right? Why do I need to achieve it, right? What do I really want from it? So it's a question you have to ask yourself. It's a personal question, and you have to ask yourself personally, because you need to connect to the emotional part of you to be able to withstand what is to come in pursuing the incentive, right? It's not just about, oh, my upline said I should do Eagle Manager, or my leader says Eagle Manager is good for me. Oh no, why? What's personal to you that you want to achieve using the Eagle Manager incentive? Like I said, is it the extra income that comes with it? Is that the thing that connects to you? Is it the ability to travel and experience other cultures, travel with your family and with your loved ones? Is that why you want to really build this incentive? Is it the lifestyle that comes with it? Is it the knowledge that comes with it? Is it the experience that comes with it? Why are you here? Why do you want this Eagle Manager? Why is it very important to you? Okay, now we need to take a good look at this and think about it after this training. Just 10 minutes is okay. Think about it. Really, why are you here? Now, when you think about your why, now the second thing you're going to work on is a belief system, right? Whatever the heart can conceive, believe, and pray, it can achieve. This is one of my favorite quotes. You must believe. You must believe it's possible. You must believe you can do it. You must believe in yourself. Even, when you're building your belief system, sometimes, that tiny voice keeps telling you, do you think you can do it? 3 months are gone already. Don't bother. Don't bother. Try again next year. No, you need to start talking to yourself. You need to start building your belief system. You see, everything we do is a mind game. Okay, if you tell yourself you can, then the possibility is higher. You can. But if you feel that you can't, if you tell yourself you can't, no matter what I say here from now till whenever, you still can't, because you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in the opportunity. You don't believe in the company. You don't believe in the incentive. You don't think it's a good vehicle to take you to where you want to be. So we need to build on our belief system. You must work on your belief system to succeed in any business, to achieve any incentive. Don't think about that incentive. Don't think about that incentive. Think about yourself. Right? Work on the most important resource first, and that most important resource is yourself. Now, working on your belief system means that you first have to change the way you think. Oh, it's a difficult incentive. Oh, how many people in Tanzania have qualified? Oh, even my leader did not qualify. Oh, you take all the negative, you have to start changing it with positive thinking. I'll give you an example. I remember one time when I was still, I think, an assistant manager. I was an assistant manager for a very long time. After I joined the business, the next month, I think I became a supervisor and I moved to assistant manager very fast. Then I remained an assistant manager for over a year, or about a year thereabout. And while I was an assistant manager, I was working my business. I was constantly building my business. I just wanted to cross over the manager mark. Over and over again, I build a team, they will crash. I'll build another team, they will crash. I kept building and rebuilding my team. And then there was one day I came for a team training, or a leaders training, because an assistant manager here, we are classified as leaders as well. I came for a leaders training, and one leader came to me and she said, "Oh, Ada, what are your goals? What do you want to achieve this year?" And I said, what I want to achieve is I'm working on my car plan. Why did I choose car plan at the time? Because I know from doing my car plan, the 50-100, I'll achieve manager immediately, and then I'll do the car plan, and it will keep me on a good basis for Eagle, right? So I said I was working on a car plan. You know what? The leader just laughed. And she said something like, "Oh, so we that have been managers for 1 year, we have not achieved car plan. You see that came yesterday, you want to come and achieve car plan." Do you understand? What was that supposed to make me do? I'm like, I also start thinking that's true. All these people, they've been here longer than I have been, and they haven't achieved car plan. They haven't achieved Eagle manager. What makes me think I can do it? Maybe I cannot. Maybe it's impossible. Maybe it's not doable. And that was, imagine the seed someone planted into my head, into a struggling assistant manager's head. Now, I'm sure she must have planted that seed in so many other heads, and they took it hook, line, and sinker, but I didn't, right? In my mind, I said, in my mind, I didn't tell her that one, but I said, if you don't want to do it, that's your own. Me, I'm doing my own, right? So you need to work on the way you think, the information you receive, the information you acknowledge, because it's not enough for someone to tell you this, oh, you cannot do it. Oh, 720K squared, do you know what that means? 160, do you think it's easy to come by? Once you start harboring all those thoughts, then you have built a very strong barrier for you to, for you not to achieve this thing. So first of all, work on your mindset. If you are going to write your positive affirmations, write it. Tell yourself, I am an Eagle manager. I can do it. I will do it. Right? Just keep telling yourself. The how is not your business. I keep telling my team. The how is just believe first that you can do it, and watch the universe align things in favor for you. Right? If you don't work on this that I'm saying now, every other thing I'll be saying after won't work. And that's the honest truth. If you don't understand this, if you don't believe this is for you, if you don't believe you can achieve it, there's nothing else I'm going to see afterwards that will work for you. So that's why I'm taking my time to explain the need for us to have a very positive mindset, have a very strong belief system that we can do anything we set our minds to do, that we can achieve anything we set our minds to achieve, which includes achieving the Eagle manager incentive. Now, the third foundation you need to work on basically is your association. right? You have identified why you're here. You know why you must be the Eagle Manager yourself. You know what it can do for your family and you can do for your life. And now you have believed that you can do it. Oh, you're positively affirming that this is yours. You're positively owning it. You're owning it like it's yours, right? Now, guess what you're going to do? You're going to watch your association, because you cannot be building and someone else is scattering for you, right? The mind is just like an open field. Anybody can plant anything there. So while you're trying to, to beautify your garden, which is your mind, you're trying to keep it clean, prune it, let it grow the right way. You don't want someone else coming to, to scatter what you're doing. So you must disassociate yourself with people who are toxic to your life, to your business, to your goal, to your vision. So you remember the story of the leader who told me I wasn't going to do my car plan because several of them haven't achieved car plan? That was the last time I had any kind of conversation with her. I made sure that at every leaders meeting, I try to avoid her as much as possible, because I don't know how much of negativities I can take before it breaks me down. Do you understand? So don't think you're super strong. We're all humans. Anything can happen. And that is how I cut off that link. I don't even want someone to come and ruin my plans or my goals, right? So you need to limit your association with negative people who are negative to you. And when we talk about these negative people, you think it may be one nasty person in your place of work or one annoying person in your, maybe where you live. Sometimes it can be your husband, it can be your wife, it can be your child, it can be your parents. Like for me, it was my parents, right? They were negative. Like I said, it might be from a place of love. Oh, you come back from a business meeting and you're always complaining, oh, my prospect didn't show up. I don't even understand what I'm doing. You're grumbling. Your loved one will tell you, they don't want you stressed. They might tell you something like, oh, you know what, babes, stop doing this thing. It doesn't work. I have told you. Guess what happens? It starts sinking in. They start planting the seeds and it starts coming in. Right? So you need to find a way to limit your association. I remember for me and my parents, what I actually started doing at some point was that once they ask me, so how is that thing you're doing? I'll just say good. I don't disclose anything. If it was a good day, I don't disclose. If it was a bad day, I don't disclose. I just found a way to chest it within me, so that I limited the conversations I have with them, because it's only when I open myself up to discuss my business, that is when they can, give me their own advice, which is, of course, leave this thing, it doesn't work, right? So association can be anybody, it can be anywhere. I'm just giving you this example so that it's not just about strangers. So you must expand your association with people who can help you become a better person, a better professional and Eagle manager. Associate with someone who is on the same, space as you, right? At the end of this call, look for someone. Oh, are you going for Eagle? Have an accountability partner. Have a mini group of maybe 1, 2, 3 persons that you work with, and you encourage each other. I had that as well, right? And then you tell yourself, you question, oh, how far have you gone? What's the plan for this month? And then you work it together. Now let's look at the activities. If you want to tell yourself, I'll be an Eagle manager, I am an Eagle manager, then there are some activities that you must imbibe day after day, right? That will help you achieve this. And that's the structure I'm talking about, the structure that you're going to build over time to help you achieve, right? Now, one, of course, you cannot start anything without setting your goals. You first of all set your goals, right? And when I mean my goals, I also mean the reason behind the goal, right? What I mean by reason is that you can tell yourself right now, I want to be an Eagle manager, which is beautiful, it's a goal, but why? Why do you want to be an Eagle manager? Why? You must state the why, because the reason behind the goal is what you're personally you're personally attached to, that will help you push for the goal, right? I heard someone say that a football player, the person who scores the goal, gets a certain commission extra, in addition to what they are paid. So that's an extra motivation for someone to even score a goal at a football game, right? Now that's the same thing with your business. So why do you want to make this happen, right? You must score your goals with forever. Is it you want to change your children to better schools, and you know that the income as an Eagle manager will help you achieve this? Write it down. Tell yourself that by 2022 that you're going so dates, put a date to it. I am going to change my children's school from maybe a public school to a private school. From the income of so amount I'm going to earn as an Eagle manager. because every month building an Eagle Manager business, you're doing more case credits, and that more case credit will translate to more income. So have these goals, and it's not enough to just have this goal. Write it down and keep it where you have to see it every day, which is why I said when I was reading out the incentives that the qualifications, what you need to do or achieve before qualifying for Eagle Manager, I was saying something that you should write it down. It is very important that you write these goals down and keep it where you have to see it every day, right? And because that's what's going to say, whether you like it or not, it's your subconscious mind is speaking it, it's speaking that information, right? Now you must have a plan of action. Now this is where everything comes to paper, right? You must have a plan of action. You go without a plan is just a wish. You cannot keep saying, oh, I'm working towards ego. And you're just casually saying it and you don't have a plan. So someone says, so what are you going to do? So this is where planning comes in. Planning is preparatory, to action, right? You must compile a list of your daily to-dos that will enable you to achieve your goals, and write this below your goals. Right now, you want to achieve a goal manager. If it's a 12 calendar months, we know it's 60 case credits every month for 12 months, which is 720 case credits. But now we have just from August to April, which is 9 months, then we're going to divide the 720 by 9. So you see, it's about 80 case credits. So this is the things that you have to volume map, right? Now you tell yourself 80 case credit. How many case credit did I do last month? What was my total last month, right? How can I start building on this total? Let's assume, for example, as a manager, you did maybe 30 case credit or 35 case credit last month. Good. Why not we push for 50 this month? So that next month we can push for 80. Then the upcoming month we can push for 100. We can move to 120. We can move to 150, So you have to have a plan. You have to volume map. Tell yourself, okay, now if I'm going to do 50 case credit this month, how will the 50 case credit come about? How many is coming from me, right? You have to sit down and plan it. How many am I going to do personally? You do. And how many am my team going to do? So you map it out. Oh, so person in my team, who is she? What's she? She's an assistant supervisor. Oh, I call Bola in my team. I say, Bola, you're an assistant supervisor. What is your goal? Bola will say, oh, I want to become a supervisor. Set up a plan for Bola on how to achieve the 25 case as a supervisor, right? Work with the individual people that are serious in your team, right? And have a plan for them. Why? Because if they're achieving their goals, yours will come along as well. I don't know if I'm communicating, right? So you must have to volume map, plan. Oh, this month I'm going to, do 50 case credits, and you deduct from what is left, right? How will it come? What is coming from my personal, my retail? How many people am I sponsoring into my business? How am I going to go about the sponsoring? If I'm going to sponsor new people into my business, maybe let's say I want to sponsor 5 new people this month into my business, how am I going to go about the sponsoring? That means how many people am I going to meet every day and expose to the business opportunity before I can get 5 that will say yes, right? Now you need to know and do these numbers. Now you can tell yourself, oh, because I want to sponsor 5 people, let me talk to 5 people. We are leaders. I presume we're leaders, and we know that it doesn't work that way. Sometimes I tell people on average, if you talk to one person, 10 people, you get 1. So imagine if you talk to 10 people, you get 1. So even these days, sometimes you have to talk to 15, 20 before you get 1. So you now imagine the number of people that you're expected to talk to on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, to be able to sponsor 5 new people into your team. Now, none of these things happens by chance, right? It comes with a proper plan. So now you can have your daily activities look like the number of people I'm going to meet, number of new people I'll meet every day by exchanging of cards or giving out my flyers or meeting on social media, and you write it out. And I must commend some Tanzanian FBOs, right? They are very, very actively prospecting on social media, especially Instagram. I've had 3 or 4 people randomly chat me up and they're trying to introduce the business to me. And I was really very impressed, right? Because that's the way forward. That's how you build the business. You must have to try everything, right? Just everything. And before you find what works for you. Okay, so go back this night, have a plan. How many case credit do you need or have you done so far? What is remaining? Break it. Start building. Sometimes when you share it equally, achieving that first one becomes a challenge. But you can take a bit of it. So instead of doing 80 this month and you just did 20 or 25 last month, challenge yourself to do 50, to attempt 50 this month. Now have a volume map. the people you're working with in your team, have them, call them for a meeting, sit them down, right? What is your goal? Whether it's personally a lunch, sit them down. What is your goal? You want to be a supervisor. How do we help you achieve the supervisor? Are we setting up a business launch or a product launch every weekend for you, right? Because you need to do the supervisor. And I'll be most happy if you achieve this goal. Now, let them know the importance of what they're about to achieve, how it will help them, the discounts they're going to enjoy, the increase in bonus that will make them happier and more excited to do it, right? And then you start working with these people, individually. Have a book for all of them. Know what their goals are. Set up meetings. Genuinely help them. I think that's the word. It shouldn't just be because you want to do your ego manager incentive, but because you want them to grow. Because if they are growing, you are happier and your business will grow better. So a plan is very, very important, right? And in this plan, you also remember that you need 2 new supervisors to be able to achieve the ego manager incentive, right? And then, so that is when you don't wait till it's almost late and you're panicking, oh, I don't have my supervisors yet. No. That's part of the plan from day one. How many people are you recruiting monthly? How many people are you working with to achieve the supervisor level? What is the recruiting strategy? What is your retailing strategy? What is the team retailing strategy? Communicate your plans, what you're doing, communicate with your team. I do it a lot. Sometimes when I go for a trade fair and I'm introducing my business, I take a picture of myself. I tell my team, today reporting live from where I'm here on a trade fair, I'm exposing my product or on a business launch or on a product launch. I let them know what I'm doing. So when they see what I'm doing, they know they should do the same thing as well. So you must have all this written down and communicate with them. What is your retail strategy, right? Do you go for group marketing? Do you go for group prospecting? These things must be in your plan. Whatever it is that you want to do, in order to help you achieve this incentive, you must be in your plan, okay? So have a solid plan of action. Sit down, get a pen and paper, go to your FLP dashboard, see what you have left, look at your downlines, look at the ones who are active and eager to achieve success in this business. Work with them, create their own plans for them, and work with them to achieve their own plans. Because when they achieve your own plans, you achieve, even you can even plan for a mini incentive, right? I remember there was this incentive I was going for. I can't remember what incentive it was. And I remember doing an incentive for the team. I had a plan and I said, okay, if you achieve supervisor in the month of so month and so month, we're going to have dinner in Transcorp Hilton. And Hilton is one of the biggest and the most luxurious hotels in Abuja, where I stay. And guess what? My team members were fired up. We're like, what? I'm going to go on a dinner at Hilton, and they're like, and when you set up this incentive, don't just leave them to, to scramble and try to achieve it. Say, and I remember I put something like, those who are willing to work on this incentive should let me know. Right. And when those people contacted me, I knew that they were the serious ones. That was when I started coaching them. I gave them a plan of action. If you're going to achieve supervisor, so it's not just about throwing incentive out there and letting them, scramble in the air, and then some people get drowned inside it, but also working with them to achieve the incentive. Now, this is a third way you put your plan into action. Now, I've kind of mixed it up, but having that on paper, you write down, you go into massive action. Whatever it is you said you will do, you must do it. Whatever plan you have set, maybe your retailing strategy, maybe you must do a product launch every week or 2 product launches every week, you must do it, whether you feel like it or not. This is where the discipline comes in, right? Now you need to have the end in mind, right? Sometimes you close your eyes and imagine what life will be when this goal is achieved, what life will be like when this goal is achieved. It can spur you, like my people would say, can ginger you, right, into making this a reality. So you must put your massive action. If you're going to be prospecting 5 new people every day, make sure that happens. If you're going to be having team meetings and maybe team group marketing, you're going to be having group prospecting, you're going to be having Zoom. Now we are online because of the COVID. You're going to be having weekly Zoom meetings, make it happen. You're going to be having weekly Zoom trainings, make it happen. Whatever it is you're supposed to do, take massive action, do way more, right? Do even more, okay? Now, when we talk about massive action, we are leaders, we should know these basics, because basically this is almost This is about everything in our forever business, right? Commit to the baseline of 4 daily habits. We all know how 4CC is very important in our business, and we all know how our business is a duplication of 4CC. So the more people you can help achieve or train or coach on achieving their 4CCs, the better for you, right? So you first of all, you must, of course, train your team. They must use the product. You must use the product. They use the product. You must share your product with prospects every day, meaning that you must have your regular customers, you know, where you retail your products and you earn your points for doing so. Your team members need to also know how to retail. So whatever it is, you know, make sure you transfer it to your team. Now you must build a team also by sharing the business opportunity with new prospects every day, which is where prospecting, that is meeting new people, comes in. You must go out there. You must meet new people. You must have a conversation with them to find out how you can help. And trust me, there's nobody on earth you meet that our forever business cannot help. Let's assume they have all the money in the world. They can use our product. They can buy the products from you. They can use our product to enjoy, you know, better health, right? And let's say they are not interested in their health. They just want to make money. Now there's an opportunity that can help them make money. So you must communicate these two things to whoever, anybody you meet. And you must also teach your team how to do so, because as a manager, it's not about you now alone. Anything you are doing and you're doing it perfectly well and you cannot duplicate it in your team, then you don't have a system. Right? And in the system, you must do simple things that anybody can do. And these things are simple things. To use the product is simple to do. You know, to share, excitedly share, you know, the benefits of a product to someone new is something, you know, simple to do. To meet new people is something easy to do. When you start, you get used to it. And then, of course, as a leader, you must coach your team to do the 3 above. This is where the duplication gets in. Okay. Now, in all these things that we're supposed to do, of course, we need to know the basic skills. I've talked about prospecting. We must learn how to meet new people. And we must teach ourselves our team how to meet new people. Sometimes I go for prospecting with my team. I say, well, let's go to the mall. Let's just go. Let's go shopping to the mall. Let's meet new people. And they're like, really? How am I going to talk to a stranger? I said, come, you will say something. And before you know what's happening, I talk to one person, I talk to 2 persons, and they're like, hey, okay. And then this one talks, you know, and it becomes a kind of a fun affair, you know, when we meet new people. And then you must learn how to be a natural networker, you know, join organizations, teach your team as well. Anything you know, I will not stop saying it. Go down to your team and teach them everything you know, right? So meet new people. And somehow recruiting is the lifeblood of this business. When you have new people join your team, it comes with its own excitement, because the excitement of the new FBO rubs off on you somehow. You know, it's just like you're a renewal, you're more renewed. Okay, so now, and then you talk about inviting, you must learn how to invite prospects, your contacts, to take a look at the business opportunity, and then teaching your team members how to do the same thing at all. You must learn how to make presentations for your team, for team trainings for your team. You must learn to follow up and teach your team to do the same thing, closing the deal, getting your new team members started right. Very important. Now, what is your team culture when you sponsor a new FBO into your business? Do you just let them go? Is there a planning session or your right steps to manager training? What is the structure? Who is guiding them? Who is pointing to them? What next they should look forward to and what next they should work towards? Now, these are things that we must put in place, right? Now, of course, promoting events. Events are very, very useful. Why? Because, you know, you get excited, you get motivation, you know, you meet other people who are maybe have a similar story as yours, and you see how they overcome their challenge, right? Now, the 4th thing we're going to be looking at is excellent leadership skills. Now, to be an ego manager and to retain being an ego manager for several years after, you must have excellent leadership skills. And this is one of my favorite definition of a leader, is if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Now, it is your actions that will inspire these people, not just about, oh, you go do that, oh, you're ordering them around. No, you know, we don't boss people around here, because we're all independent business owners, right? But your actions will inspire them to dream more, to learn more, to do more. As a leader, when you talk to your team members, it shouldn't be only when it is case credits involved. it is CC involved. Oh, you talk, oh, have you done your 4 case credit this month? Oh, it's already 20th of the month and you haven't done your case credit. No, you must be a leader. Like you must communicate with them, not just about the business, what is going on in their lives, right? I mean, how are their children faring? How's the family doing? Be their friend. Okay, be their friend. You know, do things. I mean, for me, most of my leaders, they're family now. We're family. You know, we're like sisters and brothers. We relate. Our family, our parents now even know each other. That's how much I build a close-knit managers in my team, right? Because it stops being about the business for me at some point, but the relationship I have with these people, right? Oh, are their kids going back to school? What is it like? You know, their fam, what is going on with them personally? Oh, it's a child's birthday, we celebrate the child. You know, these things keep people in the business, whether we like it or not. These are the things. So it's not as if, oh, the person is just there doing the case credit. No, right? You build this relationship with this person as a good leader. And in this relationship you're building with them, they are learning more from you, right? Your actions will inspire them. Oh, they think about you, you're such a nice person, you're such a sweet leader. You know, you start making them dream more because they look at you, they admire you, they want to be like you. They start saying, oh, I want to be like this person. Oh, she's a manager. I want to be a manager just like her. And so when you call this certain person and say, oh, what's your plan for supervisor? They're excited. They want to do it because they know that from supervisor, they're going to get a manager just like you, the leader they admire. Right now, you see, the game becomes easier to do. So you must become more. And that's the excellent leadership skills, right? Check up on them, know how they're doing. Sometimes place a call across to them. Said, how are you? How are you coping? How are things with you? Let's talk about you. Let's talk about your family, right? And then when it now boils down to the business, you also discuss the business. Any way you can help, always be there for them. Now, this is very, very important. Now, you must learn to acquire business skills. Now, you're a leader, and really to be an ego manager, you must be knowledgeable. I like this quote from Proverbs 24:3-4. It said, through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge, rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. So you see, the knowledge is what fills the room with precious and pleasant riches. So you must acquire knowledge. I'm sure somebody will say, oh, what if I'm not a good leader? What do I do? You can learn how to be one. Oh, I'm not good with talking to people. Oh, I'm not good with prospecting. Oh, I'm not good with inviting. Oh, I'm not even good with retailing of products. What do I do? You go and learn it, right? I mean, acquire business skills is something anybody can do just with your tablet. When I started my business as an assistant manager, I had one weak link, and that was follow up. I hated to follow up. I disliked follow up. I didn't know how to follow up. And you know what I did? I didn't know what to do. And how was I going to, master this skill? I told myself, you know what, I'm going to master follow-up. And if I want, for 1 month, the only thing I was doing is that I'll pick my phone, I'll just type on Google, follow up in network marketing. I will read everything, any article on follow-up that pops up, I'll read it. I'll be taking notes because, of course, you'll see a lot of random things there that may not apply to you. So I was taking notes of the things that apply to me, the follow-up lines that I think will work with my kind of people. That's the only thing I did. I'll watch the YouTube videos, I would take notes, and that was what I kept doing for 1 month. And suddenly, when we are afraid of doing something, when we don't like to do something, it's because we lack knowledge on how to do it. Once you acquire the knowledge, you find yourself even eager to do that. And so I now realized that before the 1 week, 2 weeks, I was eager to follow up. I was inviting my prospects to the meetings, and I was eager. I was using good pickup lines. Oh, what do you like best about it? Great, right? I was using pickup lines. Other people started bringing their prospects to me to follow up on them because I had a very good follow-up rate and close-up rates. Do you understand? I have a lot of people say that, please, you talk to this my prospect for me because I just want you to talk to this person for me, right? So you see, I didn't really sit down and wait for my manager or my upline to say, oh, she didn't teach me how to follow up. So, I mean, I cannot follow up. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. It's difficult to do. I started learning it. And with your phone, I don't know what you do with your phone. I learn a lot on my phone, on Google. It's just to type it in there. A lot of articles will pop up and you start acquiring the skills that you need. Yes, you don't know how to talk to people. Yes, you know what to do now. Pick up your phone. Retailing in network marketing. How do I talk to new people in network marketing? How do I expose my product to someone in network marketing? Right. And guess what happens? Many articles will come up and you start learning. So these are ways to acquire skills. As a leader, you're going to be teaching other people. So you need to, you can't give what you don't have, right? You cannot give what you don't have. So you need to have in excess to be able, because they will tap from you. They will tap that energy from you. They will tap that, that vibe, that ginger. Your team needs you at the helm of affairs so that they can tap into your energy. So it's very, very important. And when you lack skills, you're going to be shy, you're going to be, timid, because you don't know what to do. But when you have enough skills and you're growing every day and you're learning something new every day, you're excited to meet a new team member and say, come, let's plan your business. You're not scared because you know what you're doing. So these skills can be acquired through reading, through listening of audios. Get audios that inspire you, that you're going to learn from. There are a lot of them. Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. 7 Steps to Becoming a 7-Figure Income Earner by Matt Morris. Beach Money by Jordan Adler. There's several of them, that keeps you on track, right? Because you need your personal development game on top, on fleek. If I'm going to use that word, you need your personal development game on fleek, right? To be able to lead. Then you must watch useful videos, training videos, attend trainings, events, whatever it is that you have to do to expand your knowledge. Read. Readers are what? Leaders. Okay. And when you read, it's not just about reading. When we say reading, a lot of people, I don't want to read. When you read, you know more, you know better, right? It's easier to do some certain things when you know how to do them. So it's very, very important for us. Now we must be consistent in our plan. Okay, now we already have a plan. We're leading the team. We're reading, we're attending trainings, we're beefing up ourselves. Now, is it going to be all rosy, all smooth, all excitement? No, it may not. It may not. There'll be moments of, oh my God, why am I doing this? Is this actually worth it? Is it not too late? Don't let that moment get to you. You must be consistent. The only way you're going to see results is if you stay consistent. If you're going to talk to 5 people every day, make sure that happens, right? If you're going to have a business launch for your team, make sure that happens. If you're going to have a product launch or a trade fair somehow, make sure that happens. No matter what, we must remain consistent. I tell people, you must touch your business every day. I don't know, we're leaders, we should all know that's a given. I touch my business every day. I sleep. It's so funny. This is a personal thing. It's so funny that I can sleep at night. I make sure I do everything I'm supposed to do in a day, because you know what? If I don't finish it, I cannot sleep. Because as I'm sleeping at night, maybe midnight, I'll remember something I didn't do, and that's how I wake up. And that's the end. I cannot sleep again. As in, my business has gotten that deep that I must do what I'm supposed to do. I don't know, it just happens. And that is the kind of passion you need for your business. Sometimes I remember a leader, one of the ego managers in my team, she came to my city. So I hosted her in my house. And then I don't know what we're doing. And she sleeps very late. So I don't know what we're doing. She was in my bedroom because my husband wasn't around. So we're just playing, gisting, dancing, having fun. And then I slept off. And I jumped up of the bed. I remembered I was supposed to call a customer and I didn't call that customer. I just jumped off the bed. She said, what is it? I said, no, I have to do something. It was in the night. I know I couldn't call the customer at that time, but I just immediately ran to my diary, my daily planner. I wrote it, call Mrs. Juliet morning by 10 a.m. tomorrow, immediately. Do you understand? That is how much I am committed into making this thing work. Anything that I have to do, you must do it. And that's kind of mindset you need to have, right? I don't know, for some of you, maybe you come from a rich home, or maybe you have a very good paying job. I don't have that. So this is what I have, right? I mean, I burnt my bridges long time ago. So this must work, right? Ego manager must work. Forever must work. It just has to work. There's no other option. No leave, no transfer. Okay, so if I want to enjoy an all-expense paid vacation, where people envy me and they're like, oh, they're jealous of me and all of that. I want to have fun. I know that I have to make this work, because if I don't make it work, how else am I going to go abroad? How else am I going to go overseas? Now, have you seen why this is very important to me? Have you seen why I'm emotionally attached to this? Right? So this is what drives my consistency, my why, my reason, my goal. Right? That's why I started in everything I do. Hey, in everything I do, my goal is number one. As I'm making this training, just in front of my mirror in front of me, my goal for the month is pasted there. I look at it every day. Right? I must have nice hair. I must wear nice clothing. I must pop. I mean, I cannot be cut on fresh now. I cannot be below standard. And where else am I going to get it? I don't depend on anybody. Definitely cannot be my husband. Well, he's there to do it, but I mean, he may not. Right? So guess what? I have to make this work. And that's the kind of mindset you have. What is your goal? What is your why? Right? If these goals are important to you, you must remain consistent in making sure in the activities that will make sure that you will achieve them. See, no matter the case credit I do in a month, if I lose 0.1 cc to anything, because of anything, it will pain me as if I don't have anything. Sometimes if you see me working hard, sometimes people think I don't even have anything. My customers, they just pity me, let's support this little girl. You know, she's just trying to make ends meet. I hustle with my heart out. I don't know how else to put it, but guys, one of my leaders will tell me, you have to carry your business on your head like your market. That is it. That is a way to make it happen. If you must get to the top, think of your organization where you work. Think of all the things you do to get to the top. I don't know what it's like in Rwanda or in Burundi or in Tanzania, but in Nigeria here, it's not easy. The economy is tight. Things are tough. In organizations, there's so much, hustle there. So you see, this is my business. It does work. It must work. I don't have an option. Right? Now, I want us to remember something. Remember that success and greatness do not come from one grand moment. You can never sleep and wake up, wow, I'm an ego manager. It does not happen. They are honed and sharpened in the quiet moments of each day. So you see, this is a daily journey. It is not a, I do the business today, I don't do it tomorrow. I touch my business, I don't touch it tomorrow. There's no consistency. You're doing nothing. Just imagine you have lack of vitamin C, scurvy, and your doctor says, you need this following, you need vitamin C, you need this supplement, or you need an apple a day every day for 7 days. And on Monday you didn't take this apple. Tuesday you forgot, something happened. Wednesday you were so busy, you forgot to take the apple. Thursday, your child was sick, so you slept in the hospital. Friday, you were so tired, you had to rest. Saturday, oh my God. And then Sunday you suddenly remember that you were supposed to take 1 apple per day. And then suddenly you take the 7 apples at once. So what do you want to achieve? I don't know if you get the drifts now. So you see why it is important for you to remain consistent in this thing that you're doing every day. Touch your business every day. You say, I have my calendar here. I have it. I write it down. Today I was supposed to make a delivery to Mrs. Ada, my namesake, in a city. I was supposed to make a delivery to Mrs. Oju. I was supposed to call a prospect. I write it down. Everything I plan. See, this is a daily planner. This is my daily planner. It's filled with my activities. If I talk to a prospect and the prospect says, call me back at the end of the month, I'm going to ask you, month, and that's okay. What day will be convenient? Should I call on the 30th or 29th? It's okay. Call me on the 28th. I'll go to my daily planner quickly. I'll go to 28th. I'm going to write down, call Mr. Amos for the business or for the opportunity. Whatever it is, I just write it down. And my team, they've also imbibed that culture of planning their business and touching their and they do it, they see me do it. Sometimes they sneak in, carry my diary, they come to my house or my office, they just carry my diary and they look through just to be sure that I do what I said. And they see it there, and I keep telling them, you have to do these things. I look at all of them, I tell my team members, I work harder than all of you. Nobody in this team work hard. And yet I'm still the leader, but I still work harder than, and they know it. I'm not just telling them, they know it. And they say, I want to be like you. I want to have your energy. I want to just be around you. And they come around me a lot. And I say, okay, come, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do that together. You understand? So these are the small things that we think that don't matter, that matters a lot, a whole lot, right? And you must be consistent. Of course, 460 is a given. Let your team know the importance of 460 to their business, right? And they should know how this 460 benefits them. Whatever it is that they're going to get out from doing the 460, they should know it. Okay, now you must take responsibility of your own business. I don't care whether you're a manager, you're just an assistant supervisor and you got a hold of this call and you're here, you must take responsibility of your business. See, the success or failure does not depend on anybody. It all depends on you. Whether you're an assistant manager, whether you're a preferred customer, whether you feel you're forever from today. Right. I keep telling people, I said, when you start enjoying all these benefits, all this lifestyle, who is going to enjoy it with you? Are you not going to enjoy it alone? Right. When you achieve this incentive, you have worked hard the entire year and you're able to, you go abroad and you enjoy this Ego Manager incentive and you have a good time with the extra money you have. Is anybody going to enjoy it with you? That upline you're waiting to motivate you or to tell you what to do, is he or she going to enjoy it with you? No, you must take responsibility of your own business, no matter the level that you are in. And also as leaders, we also need to be careful that we don't do too much for our team. I remember at some point in my business, I was caught in the management trap because I was basically doing everything for my team. I'll help with everybody's registration. I'll do everybody's planning meeting. In fact, I was doing almost everything and I was almost getting burned out, right? But I learned to delegate. I learned to allow people to do what they're supposed to do themselves. Someone calls me and say, oh, I please, can you help me do this? I said, what have you done about it? What's the research you have done? Don't just come and dump workload on me, right? Teach people how to take responsibility of their own business so that they don't feel at any point that they're doing you a favor. Right. Now, this is very, very important. And you must communicate your vision to them, communicate the goal to them. Let them know, see, this thing you want to achieve, when you achieve it, nobody is going to enjoy it with you. I don't even remember, honestly, if you ask me who my upline is, I don't even have a relationship with my upline, so to say. I don't know who he is, because of the new company policy. I actually don't care. Do you understand? Because Kim Metin will always tell us, you don't need an upline to succeed in this business. What you need is a downline. So work with your downlines, right? So some of us, why I'm saying this, that some of us, especially for us leaders, oh, the blame game is my upline. She's so selfish. Is my upline. He doesn't like to assist. He doesn't like to support. He doesn't like to give me some kiss credit. He just has everything to himself. Guy, you're hurting yourself. You're shooting yourself in the leg, in the foot. Just the ending of last year, beginning of this year, I bought a 5-bedroom duplex in the heart of town in Abuja City. If you know Nigeria very well, Abuja is one of the most expensive cities in Nigeria. And I bought a house in the heart of the town. Now I'm in my house. I'm in my beautiful home. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of myself. Is anybody enjoying it with me? Is there any upline that is enjoying this thing with me? This is my sweat. This is my consistency. This is the reward of my incentives, right? This is the reward of everything that I have been working on with forever. This is my sleepless nights, why I jump up from the bed to do what I have to do, because I have set a goal for myself. And it's a lot of money went into this house. I am so proud to invite anybody. My husband is so proud. He tells everybody that cares to listen. Can you imagine what this woman did? Do you understand? And this is because I owned my incentives. I owned my business. And this is something you should do. And teach your team members to do the same thing. So they don't just depend on you and say, okay, we're working for our upline or that mindset. Now, another thing we need to learn how to do is, of course, you must be determined and get a right mentor. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. You might get tired. You might feel, just some way. Sometimes it happens. So I have people, even at my level, I still have leaders that I call and I say, hey, babes, what's up? What's going on? What's happening? Are you feeling this economy? Are you feeling this thing? And we gist and we laugh. And before we talk 1 hour, 2 hours, everybody's motivation is high on. Right. So, no matter how high you are up there, you must have a mentor to guide you. Have someone, that will look at your plan, that will look at your work and tell you how far you have gone and more things that you need to do. Right. But when I talk about this mentor, especially for the young FBOs here, some of us think mentors are people you dump your problems on. Some people say, oh, because he's my mentor. Oh, hello, I talked to 10 people today. So they said, no, I'm tired of this business. And you start ranting. You cannot do that near me, because honestly, if you come and rant, I'll tell you, no, I don't receive negative vibes. Why? Because you cannot come and pour your negative energy on me. So mentorship is not about pouring your, being so negative and dumping it on somebody else. No. Mentorship is a give and take relationship. When you come to a mentor, be prepared. Don't just come with problems. Come with possible solutions. And say, my team members, they know it now. When they have a problem, encounter a problem, they will first of all look for solutions. When they are done looking for, they will now come and tell me, oh, Ada, so I encountered this problem. I tried so thing, so thing. I want you to advise how best do you think I should handle it? Now, this is mentorship, right? So it's not just about dumping negativity on somebody and, expecting them to, I don't know, whatever way you want, what you want them to do. So you must get a mentor and work with your mentor. Always be in touch with your mentor. Always communicate with your mentor. Now, this is very important. Now, integrity. Yes, in as much as, you want to achieve this incentive, you need the case credit. You need to also have integrity in building your business. Integrity is choosing your thoughts and actions based on the values rather than personal gain. So you must have things you believe in, the values you believe in, the values of the company, right? Be genuine and authentic. Don't make claims, unnecessary claims, things that is not true. You say it just to maybe seal a business deal. No, be accurate and truthful, right? Let's say you're not earning all the money yet and you have a prospect who's asking how much you're earning. Let them know how much you're earning and let them know you also have leaders who are doing better and they also have the opportunity to do better. So you understand? So in some way, let us try to build our business with integrity. I know this incentive is important to us. I know that we want to achieve it, but let's do it the right way, right? Transact your business in accordance with forever values and be professional in all business dealings. Sometimes the good things we do come back to us, whether directly or indirect. You don't know how it comes to you, but it comes back to you, whether through your team or through somehow, it just comes back to you. So let's have integrity. And the last but not the least, you must ask for God's blessings. Whether you're a Christian, you're Muslim, you're a traditional worshiper, you are an atheist, whatever it is you believe in, right? You can get some external help, some divine help from whatever it is you believe in. So ask for God's blessing. See, you must own this incentive. This is your incentive, right? Own it, believe it, work towards it, because this incentive is changing lives globally, right? These are some members of my team. I think we took this at the Eagle Managers Retreat in Arizona, in Phoenix. We were just arriving and we're doing a registration. Look at how excited everybody was. Can you see the man wearing a hat behind? That's my father, that's my dad, and he was so excited. He came to America for the first time in his life. He came to America, he was so excited. Even when we were going for the American visa, my father was so scared. Even me, I was also a bit, worried because of the rate at which the denial, the refusal of visas, especially in Nigeria, it is so bad that out of every 10, they refuse maybe 9 and give just 1 person. So we had causes for concern. But my dad and I went for a visa interview. It was the smoothest visa interviews ever, especially for me who was single. I wasn't married. Especially in Nigeria, they don't like to, maybe, I don't know, but I think they don't like to give a lot of singles because they run away and they don't come back. So, but I wasn't married and yet I was granted the visa. My dad's visa was also approved. And we left the shores of Nigeria, and I'm sure this is one of his happiest moments, right? And that's my dad here. So that's why I say, if you're not going to do this for yourself, do it for people around you. And this time I wasn't married. All my vacations, all the trips I had with Forever, up until I got married, I went with one member of my family. You either see me with my dad, or you see me with my mom, or you see me with my brother. And there are a lot of them. There are up to 10 of them, right? My dad went to this US with me. My dad also went to Dubai, and that's for the global rally, and went for which other one again. My mom also did the ship cruise. My mom did South Africa with me. My mom also did Dallas with me. My brother did Greece. So you see, these are experiences that I cannot buy with money. Do you understand? There are things that I don't know how to explain. But if you can read through my voice and inside my heart, you know how I'm passionate about this thing, right? But up to today, when my daddy's mates are talking where we live, or the other states where we live, which is far from where I live now, he's talking intelligently. He's telling them, oh, when I was in the US, this happened. When I was in Dubai, that happened. And they're like looking at him, oh, this must be an international man, and all courtesy of Forever, all courtesy of these beautiful incentives that we have up for grabs. Hey, it's absolutely worth it. I need to tell you that it's absolutely worth it. Yes, the journey might seem a bit tough, especially when you're doing it, but the reward is incredible. And if you apply all those things I have said, especially when starting with your mind, right? Especially starting with your mind, you find out that it becomes easier. The road gets easier as you progress. Right, so these are some of the benefits I've had and I've enjoyed with the Ego Manager Incentive. You can see some members of my team. You can see this lady, that's her husband over there, that's her mom, that's another lady. You know, it's a family thing, which is why you need to, like I said in one of my slides, you need to pull your team close. It's a family thing. In fact, from this from Arizona, after the Ego Managers Retreat, we went to Las Vegas. We spent some days in Las Vegas, all of us as a crew, the entire team. We went to Las Vegas. We had so much fun in Las Vegas. From Las Vegas, we went to Hollywood, Los Angeles, that's LA. We also went to LA, we went to Hollywood, we went on a tour. We had so many amazing experiences. Sometimes when we're having team meetings and one person will remember, we laugh about it. That is the bond. And that is why I think for me personally, why I've been able to achieve this senior ego manager, because as a senior ego manager, it's not enough for you to just do your ego. You must help another person do ego manager, right? It's because of the bond we have. She's an ego manager. This lady is also an ego manager in my team. This lady is another ego manager in my team. So you can see different ego lines. It's the bond, and we gist together. We're family. They come over, I host them. We talk about businesses, we talk about challenges, we even talk about our marriages, our relationships. I mean, there's no limit to what we talk about. We are family now. These were strangers that I did not know from anywhere, right? So you must build this business and know that relationship is very important in building our business, and that the forever incentives are all carefully designed to help us achieve better, right? So I'd like to end with this. Now you said, let my dreams be bigger than my fears. Read that with me. Let my dreams be bigger than my fears. Those dreams must be bigger than your fears. Oh, it's already 3 months gone in the ego manager incentive. Oh, no, don't have all that. Your dreams must be bigger than your fears, and your actions louder than your words. It's not enough to say, I'll talk to 10 people in a day. Go do it. Go and do it. Anything you're supposed to do, just do it. No second thoughts. No, my people will say, Chere Kambia, let me go and come again. No, just do it when you have to do it, right? You must be consistent. You must be accountable to yourself. Remember what I said. When you start enjoying these benefits, you are going to enjoy it alone. So alone, nobody is going to enjoy with you. You're going to enjoy that happiness, that joy. Imagine knowing fully well that I can sleep and wake up anytime. My income is sure. My vacations are already planned by somebody. I get to qualify for an end incentive where I can purchase an asset or a vehicle of choice. See, these things are already planned for us. All we just need to do is get serious, do the needful, be consistent, and get the results that we need. So thank you so much for your time. I hope I've been able to add value somehow. I hope you learned something. I hope you took something home. I hope something struck a chord. I mean, honestly, I want so many achievers. I want so many people qualifying for this incentive, because it is life-changing. It is absolutely life-changing. So thank you everyone for your time. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you listening to me. And I wish us all a very, very successful business. And at the end of the Ego Manager race, come April 2022, I want so many my African brothers and sisters, I want so many of us to achieve this mind-blowing incentive. Thank you very much. Over to you, Mr. Enos.
Wow, thank you so much. I am super pumped up and super inspired, and I'm sure everyone will agree with me. We have gotten out of this training with a shift of our mindset. You have inspired us, but above all, you have given us the reality that this is not something that will just come. We have to put in the effort. We have to really push and make sure that it happens. And I've taken quite some good notes, and I've fallen in love with so many of the ideas and the ideology and the thinking that you have put in relation to our ego manager. So I don't even know how to thank you, my leader, Ada. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate, and I think the best way for us to thank you and really appreciate is to make sure that we take what you have shared with us and we go and implement it so that we can also be a blessing to our family, so that one day we can also experience the people that we love, you know, saying they've been to Dubai and saying they've been to here and there, just because we, you know, we decided to go and really push the business and make things happen. So really, thank you so much. And you have really shared everything, and you have really shared very openly. And the only thing left, guys, is for us to go and work the business. And I'm happy that you have brought the, you know, the importance of making sure that we pray and we put God first, and we start with God, we remain with God, and we finish Ego Manager with God.
With God.
And
Yeah.
with that said, I mean, I don't know, you know, I wish we can just hang on this meeting on and on and on and on and on.
No.
You have really, I can say, delivered and even added a lot more on top of what I was even expecting. So thank you so much. I honestly, you know, I'm even missing out my sentences in my mind to really make you understand how much I'm appreciating the time and the way you have really come up very openly and strongly for all of us. And I can tell you for a fact, there will be people that will be talking about this training. There will be people that will be talking about this night as a night that gave them an awakening, as a night that gave them the reason to make sure that they really push and make Ego happen. So thank you so very much. And sadly, we've come to the end of our meeting. We've come to the end of our training, but I do believe that everybody has gotten some amazing golden nuggets that we can go and implement into our business. So once again, I'm gonna unmute everyone so that everybody can give a big thank loud, you know, so everybody, you can unmute yourselves, guys, and we can give
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam. Thank you so much.
Thank you for in the beaches of the world.
So much.
Thank you.
Ibu Tanzania. So much.
From Tanzania.
Ibu Tanzania. Asante sana.
Thank you all so very much. So I've muted you all again. Ada, once again, remain blessed, my leader. Remain smashing everything. Thank you so much. And everybody else, let's go and make it happen. Let's go and be egos. Thank you so much.